Welcome back to the Vibe Reflex. Today, it's not a bad day. I'm in the studio with Libby and Adam. How are we doing?
I'm alright. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Adam, how are you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Running on about 4 hours sleep, but I'm still here. So
Aren't we all? But at the end of the day, yeah, we got some good stuff for you today. First off, out of lockdown today.
Finally.
I know, but there's a lot of stuff that comes with that, obviously. So, basically, the vaccine is also set to come out very shortly. Obviously, now that we've come out of lockdown, they're trying to obviously prevent us going back in. So now is the time, obviously, to try and get this vaccine out. What exactly are the stats on the vaccine, Libby?
So it's been approved, and they're starting to give it out next week to people like healthcare assistants and nurses and doctors, people that are facing COVID patients every day.
It is suggested though that for the general public, for a lot of the general public, it could take a little longer, possibly a couple of months. That's my prediction as such. But Adam, do you actually think that this vaccine things could kick off, say, in the middle of the vaccine? So the people that obviously that haven't got it, but some that have. Do you think that while half the people have only got it, do you think that there's going to be a massive effect, or do you think it's just going to be the same until everyone's got it?
I think it'll be the same till everybody gets it, because it's easily passed on. I believe elderly and the elderly in the care homes, they're on priority list to obviously have the vaccine. But I think until everybody has the vaccine, it'll not stop.
It's just one of them things. But in terms of Boris's tactics, there's a lot of because these tier systems that have been put out, they're a brand new set of tier systems that still don't know whether they're going to be made tighter, whether they're going to be made,
So from what I can gather, they're the same. It's the same system where it's tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, but the rules and the things you can do and the things you can't do are a lot stricter than what they were last time around. But see, they're making it stricter, but in every single tier they're allowing shops to open that are non-essential.
Exactly, that's what I mean. So they were saying for a while there's going to be stricter, but yeah, we've got more open now.
Literally. So today is the day that they're opening again, and there's been queues a mile long, for people trying to get into Primark, which to me seems a little bit ridiculous.
Primark is apparently open for 24 hours.
So why are they all rushing to get in for 9 o'clock?
It's also M&S supermarkets opening later. M&S have said that they're trying to cut back the losses that they've made, so they're opening until midnight. And people will go late at night. People will be saying, "Oh, they're not going to bother late at night at going to a supermarket late at night or going to a shop late at night." People finish work. A lot of people finish work late at night. If they've got time, maybe to cut in and do something and get a task out of the way, they'll do it regardless of what time of day. It's just, how British people are.
I think it's not going to stop until this vaccine.
No, I agree.
Everybody's got it.
It's Boris, it drives me mad because he says, "Oh yeah, we're going to make it tighter and all that," but it's allowing fans in sports stadiums, outdoor, football stadiums, for instance.
Yeah.
It's mad. I know there's only tier 3 which don't allow fans back into stadiums, but where's it getting tighter?
Well,
I don't feel like it is.
Because it's not. It's
not getting tighter. And this morning there were literally 2 sports events that got announced. I believe one of them is the Anthony Joshua's heavyweight defence. There's 1,000 fans able to go to that at Wembley, I believe. There's a cricket game as well. It's been 1,000 fans at that. The staggering thing is regarding Boris's tactics and things like that and everything. London and all that area is a tier 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I am looking at the official map of cases for the past 14 days. There is a massive circle near that area.
Yeah.
There's a fair few bits near that area. They're in one of the large places. Obviously, they're in tier 2, but everywhere else is pretty much in tier 3.
Exactly. When the statistics came out, people like us, like our cases had gone down, and places like London had gone up, but then we get put into tier 3 and they get put into tier 2.
Exactly. In terms of the stats as such, in the last 7 days we've had over 100,000 people tested positive. That's apparently obviously that's improved apparently, but the key thing here is the death rate's not improved. It's got worse by at least 5%, and 5% might not seem a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, 5% is quite a big thing as such. It's gone up by at least 150 deaths in the past. This is the past 7 days. So in the past 7 days, we've had over 3,200, and there's averaging about 600 a day at the moment.
That is shocking.
What exactly? What would you do, Adam? Exactly, to try and at least prevent some of this, because you wouldn't really think, I'm just going to open the floodgates of London, a major place like that, are you?
I mean, what can you do? I mean, you just said stats for the past 7 days have gone through a roof. In these past 7 days, we've been in a lockdown. I mean, it's not a full one, because obviously the schools and all that still open, aren't they? I don't believe these tiers work. They didn't work last time. And I don't believe they're going to work this time. I mean, he's claimed to make them tighter, which is a load of rubbish.
They didn't work last time because people found loopholes.
Literally, the loopholes.
There's already
ridiculous.
Things going around now about loopholes with going to the pubs and being able to buy alcohol and what classes as a meal.
The latest loophole, I think it was an MP that said it. Literally, apparently, believe that a lot of people, a Scotch egg could, according to some professionals, apparently have said this, could be considered as a meal. And with the new tier restrictions, I think it's a tier 2, in order to get a drink at a pub, you have to have a meal. So if a Scotch egg is...
And I can guarantee so many people would use that just to get a drink.
Oh yeah, definitely. Scotch egg is cheap as all. They're not, you can just stack them up and start, yeah, so...
Does that mean you can go to Spoons and get a portion of onion rings and a drink? Do you reckon that'd count?
I'd say so, yeah. Even some chips, even maybe somewhere. At the end of the day, that is a substantial... Technically, that is a meal. You can't not deny that... So there's so many loopholes to get around everything, and I don't know... I don't know why the government,
I think this is why they're pushing the vaccine so much, because people are just... slowly just stopping to listen about the rules. It says here that we're the first country in the world to approve this new vaccine that's been found and that's being allowed to use
literally
widespread,
the only out of anyone, only country. The thing is though, we're having to resort to a vaccine, whereas
because people don't listen.
Exactly. There's countries that have been far worse than us that have fixed themselves on their own. Italy, I think, are now pretty much mostly functional. They were shocking at one point, and now
that's where it all started, really. Apart from China, Italy was
and they have fixed themselves, because they've stuck to the rules. And see, as a country, a lot of time we can't be trusted. I'll say it now, even myself, we have bent these tier restrictions.
If we
so
get
much.
given rules, we will bend them. We don't
Exactly.
It's just, which is really bad, which we shouldn't be doing. But it's just habit, I guess.
Exactly. Everything there's always rules, and people are going to break the rules. You're always going to get someone that's going to break the rules. But at the end of the day, as a country, we are just not trusted. Welcome back. And an interesting topic that's been it's been coming up a little bit more each year, and it's to do with the things that we eat, basically. And there's a lot of things that people are trying to do to sort of preserve the animals as such, and also preserve because there's been a lot of scandals to be chemicals in this food, a lot of other bad things like mutation to food. But there's starting to be some progression in a new thing called clean meat. I believe it's been done with shrimps before, and it worked out rather well. The next line in the clean meat thing is chicken. So chicken meat, Singapore have been approved in terms of lab growing chicken. And the term clean meat means that there's no chemicals to it. There's nothing like that. Basically, it's a cell from the animal that's grown in a lab. all naturally. Taste and feels just like the actual thing. But there's a bit of a debate on it that could it potentially there's a lot of factors to it. So it could maybe be for the future. It could maybe grow economy. But it could also make people lose jobs, for example, or it could. There's many side effects that this clean meat, if it comes in the future. But it could also be a thing of inclusion, so including vegetarians and vegans potentially, and, things like that. What's your thought on it though, Adam? Would you say it's a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, I mean, it's a good thing. I mean, no animals being hunted, so whatever species are being hunted, they can thrive. I mean, you can't argue with that one, can you? I mean,
I guess not.
Well, thank you, that was easy enough. I mean, it's suitable for vegetarians and vegans. I mean, of course, Leader, she's a vegetarian. I mean, if she's listening now, God forgive me, because I'm in trouble. But it's good for them. And the UK, they're potentially going to grow bacon in labs. I mean, what's up with that?
The thing that I have against it, though, is that agriculture is a massive part of our economy and our country, historically, pretty much. The thing that, agriculture, it rotates like livestock, and it rotates, the animal, because obviously if there's too many animals, it affects as wildlife. It affects as well cows with the for example obviously the ozone layer and things like that, and their obviously connection to it. So there is a few negatives that if this clean meat eventually came, it could put a lot of people out of a job. And it could potentially mean that we are overrun, say, with livestock and other things like that.
Yeah, but people, they're losing their jobs already anyway, not just because of this. I mean, it's like technology, for instance. People are losing their jobs because of technology expanding every year. So I don't see your argument, Luke.
No, well, yeah, exactly. You've just said that people are, losing jobs. Why would you want people?
They're losing them already, though.
Yeah, but why would you want someone to, further people to lose a job? Agriculture is still a main part of this country at the end of the day, and it's not easy to tell someone, oh well, you ain't got a job in this agriculture, because the thing is with people in agriculture, that's pretty much their life. Majority from a child even. See, that's all they've done.
I'm 50-50 with this. Like, I agree that we need to start reducing the amount of meat intake that we have, but at the same time, I agree with Luke, and I agree with the fact that it's people's livelihoods, like farmers, like they rely on this to live, and you're saying that they're already getting the job taken away from them, but most of it'll be like their own businesses that they're running, like where they have their own farms. Like it's not necessarily they're going to be losing their jobs but if this does take over, then yeah, they will lose their jobs.
I thought you said you went 50-50 on this.
I am.
It seems more 75 to 25.
No, because I agree with the fact that we need to lower the intake of meat, and that I don't agree with how the animals are killed and how they're kept.
See, the thing is though, this is a thing for the future. This could be a number of years now. There's
it
already
takes 5 years for it to.
Well, that would the
be
shrimp.
made.
I think this though, they're now trying to break through things that it could be a lot quicker. So obviously, as technology has advanced back to technology.
This is in Singapore, by the way.
This is in Singapore, but it affects the thing everywhere, because apparently
it says Singapore has approved lab-grown chicken.
Literally. So, literally, other countries eventually might, if it works, because it already has worked on other foods, potentially go, oh, well, I want to bring this in, because, according to Barclays, the market for meat alternatives could be worth over 140 billion. So maybe this could be a thing to improve the economy eventually. You never know, but in terms of agriculture, farmers, they are, to be fair, they are people where their job is more than their job. Yeah. It's their life.
It's their life, yeah.
You can't, and at the end of the day, if you're getting rid, you're sort of taking their life away. So yes, ethically and other things like that, and maybe more inclusively, clean meat in the future could help a lot of things. But you're technically cutting off a massive part of British history and a massive part of these people's lives. Because these people, a lot of these people, have, sacrificed education, sacrificed a lot of other things to, for their family heritage, exactly as farmers. Generally, it is a family thing. So you are cutting out their lives as such.
Look, I can understand from both sides. I can see it's two against one here. But just think about it like chemicals-wise. In terms of production, they're all naturally made.
See, so it says here that the difference between these, like, lab-grown meats and the, like, vegan stuff that you can get in the shops is that the stuff in the shops is mainly plant-based, but this is grown from animal muscle cells. So it's not plant-based, and it's, like, actually going to taste like meat.
It tastes, and apparently it's the texture of meat. So literally...
See, I can't see how that'd work, but...
So with the shrimps, literally, they didn't have any of the... They literally took the cells that they needed from one little shrimp, and they grew many. So they managed...
So does it, like... I'm going to sound really stupid now.
No.
But does it, when it grows, does it grow like the meat, or does it grow the animal?
It grows. I think it's more of the meat that it grows.
Right.
So it's not necessarily the animal. It's more of that type of meat.
Because like, I was really confused with the chicken thing, because it's like, does it grow like just the chicken meat, or like a chicken that you can like put in the oven? Like,
no, it's not. It's not growing out.
Because would that not just defeat the objective?
It grows the actual meat. So for example, shrimp. It was the shrimp meat. So they literally took the cell from the shrimp and literally grew shrimp meat.
Personally, if this was a thing and this was in the shops, I think I would opt to get this instead of actual.
If the benefits were eventually the benefits are going to be known and things like that. I agree with the benefits of that. It'll solve a lot of it'll more inclusive. It could potentially be healthier for us. There could be a lot of fact, but I highly do not agree with the fact that it is taking people's livelihoods away.
Well, it's the future, isn't it? The future is, we don't know what's going to happen, and anything could happen. So stuff like this, if this happens in the next 5 years, it won't shock me.
Exactly. Also, we haven't got enough food to feed everyone on this planet.
Exactly. So we need alternatives.
Exactly. Could this maybe be a way to give food out? Quite a large. Bit of a controversial one. Obviously, we've had it a few months ago in the main lockdown. A lot of things kicked off with celebrities that were
having parties.
So
if you've been looking at the news, like on Twitter, anywhere, you will know what's happened. I think. So what's happened is Rita Ora has celebrated her 30th birthday party during lockdown at a restaurant in London. I believe it's in London, and she's facing a £10,000 fine. But there's sources that say that she's likely to escape the fine. But the restaurant that she was at is under investigation for holding the event. So what do you think, Luke? Do you think that's fair? No,
I really hope that she has the decency to pay this fine for this restaurant. Because at the end of the day, £10,000 for this restaurant, they've hardly had any work. Probably for a while. So, end of the day, £10,000 could even kill them off potentially.
See, what I don't get is they probably would, like, if they did not expect to get fined, then that's ridiculous, because they were hosting a party for a celebrity. She's going to get found out.
Well, yeah, obviously.
So what did they expect?
I honestly don't know, but it's same as when all the sports people, like the footballers, there were a few. I don't know how even the general public are getting found out. So I don't know if she was planning to get away with this.
See, she's put an apology out, and to me, it sounds a bit like she's only apologising because she's been caught. She said so. The whole thing, she put it on I believe it's her Instagram story. That is Instagram stories, right? And she said she attended a small gathering with some friends to celebrate my 30th birthday, and it's been thought that at least 30 people were at this small gathering. It was a spur-of-the-moment decision made with the misguided view that we were coming out of lockdown and this would be okay.
Hang on.
See, she thought we were coming out of lockdown. We were coming out of lockdown, but we were going into tiered systems. And when she didn't, it will have been announced by then what tier everybody was in.
Literally, Rita Ora is not a stupid person. Literally seen her on TV many times, she's not a stupid person. No. So at the end of the day, spur of the moment decision, misguided. No, it's been clear for a month that we were coming out on the 2nd, so she's already come out before then, and also it was a couple of weeks ago even the rules were put out of things that were going off.
See, she said, I feel particularly embarrassed knowing firsthand how hard people have worked to combat this terrible illness and being fully aware of the sacrifices that people and businesses have made to help keep us all safe.
Yeah, firsthand because your mum's in NHS.
Her mum works for the NHS.
It's unbelievable.
So it's just, I feel like this apology is only been put out because she's been caught. What do you think, Adam?
I mean, she knew what she was doing. I mean, we've been in lockdown for what? Well, we just left.
So it's been a month.
It's been 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So she know what she was doing, and what makes it worse is she's publicly apologised because of who she is. That's what fame brings. You can't hide from out like that. I mean, I'm going to drop your twin it now.
Oh, go on.
Not during this past 4 weeks, but we did go out prior to this lockdown, right? Like Callum and Callie and all that.
Not in the lockdown.
No, but
we went out when we were in the tiers when it was allowed.
And nobody knew about it because we're not famous. Nobody cares.
We were breaking those. We weren't
breaking
the
rules.
Everyone put loopholes in.
Yeah.
As I said earlier, we are a country that, to be fair, a lot of us cannot be trusted.
I'm not gonna lie. I did go to the pub. I did.
Everyone did. Even the teacher last week admitted he went to the pub.
Literally.
He's probably been more time than us.
Probably.
Let's not drop him in it, right? He'll be downstairs. He'll be upstairs shouting at us. But anyways, yeah. So she's done this. But it just feels one of them apologies, which is like, oh, well, you've said an apology, but it's not really good enough, is it? It's just
do you believe that the restaurant is partially to blame as well for this?
Well,
yeah, because they shouldn't have let it happen.
Yeah, they literally shouldn't. I imagine with it, I think is she not in London? Because I'm guessing that she.
It's the Notting Hill restaurant. I'm not sure where that is.
I don't know where that is, but I presume, it is in London. It's in West London. Hang on, did she say small gathering?
Yeah, small gathering, but
small gathering of 30 people, by the way. Yeah, that is a small gathering according to Celebrity. Yeah,
I don't even know 30 people.
Neither do I. But see, from my I'm not agreeing that they should have opened, but a restaurant that's probably struggled a lot during these 2 lockdowns has saw an opportunity for a celebrity to come and pay to use their restaurant and have a party and probably spend a lot of money. They probably took that and ran with it and took the chance to hopefully earn back some money that they have lost.
Right, now I'm thinking about it in respect. Even though they've been fined 10,000, is that really harsh enough considering Rita Ora's probably paid them probably at least triple of that?
Possibly, but if Rita Ora gets away with not paying this fine and the restaurant have to pay the fine, then I feel like that's a bit.
No, she should. Biased. She should pay the fine at the end of the day. So
it's like if we went out and we got fined, we'd have to pay it.
I'm going to say no one's paid
just
it for
because
me.
we're not celebrities doesn't mean we don't have to pay.
Yeah, but it's 10,000 a lot for Rita Ora. She's barely breaking bank.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Even if the restaurant is,
she might as well pay the restaurant's fine as well.
Even if the restaurant's a Michelin star, whatever, it's still £10,000. And end of the day though.
For any business, no matter how high up they are, how much money they have, like £10,000 fine is going to ruin them, especially after these lockdowns. Like, so many businesses have gone out of business, so many shops, so many restaurants have lost their income, and it's led to them being in administration or shutting down. It's like ridiculous.
Could it potentially also ruin like the restaurant's reputation maybe and put them on the map though for a bad reason?
It's like this is going to create publicity around the restaurant, and people are either going to agree that fair enough, they opened, isn't a big deal, or they're going to be like, no, they opened, they put everybody's lives at risk, we shouldn't go there again. So the restaurant have really took a chance with this.
Definitely.
Well, you know why they've done it, innit? I mean, restaurant owners, you probably saw an email from Rita Ora, and they were like, oh, well, hey, she wants a party, let's have it, make some big money.
Yeah.
You know, that's all it is.
How stupid must they have been to think they're going to get away with it?
I think it's more a case of smart. You know, I think they might have known that she would have got caught.
But why would they?
But because I imagine that she were paying them a lot of money, so that 10,000 might only be a slight portion of what.
But the restaurant's under investigation, so could that mean that the restaurant gets closed down?
Potentially, I think it'd be investigation for the fine. I think really a restaurant gets shut down depending on if there's like wrongdoing serious or there's a food problem.
See, they have done a wrong thing. They've opened during a national lockdown, which the rules were very clear. The rules were put in front of you, and it was hard to not follow them.
The rules were even in tier 2 though. 30 people.
Yeah, because London is tier 2. But at that point, we weren't in tier 2. We were still in the national lockdown.
Yeah, but she knew this a week before. But 6 has been the number, the max
rule of
number
6 is what you can have
for months. It's not been this brand new thing. It's been for months.
Where has 30 people come from? That is nowhere. She's admitted that it was wrong. She's admitted that it's put people at risk.
Oh, I'm sure she admitted that when she was having a lovely glass of wine or something, dancing around with everyone. I'm sure she did admit that.
Yeah, I'm sure when she was drunk off a £30 bottle of Prosecco that she was thinking about the mistake.
Did anyone get their advent calendars out yesterday?
Yes.
Did you, Adam?
Of course.
See, I didn't get a chocolate one, which I'm very sad about.
What did you get?
It's a Haribo one.
And
what do you mean? And it's got
be
to be
grateful,
chocolate.
you spoiled child.
I'm not spoiled. This is going to make me sound so spoiled, but I think tradition is to have a chocolate calendar, so I'm going to go buy one after college.
My tradition? I ain't got one.
I can't believe you don't have one, Luke. What is this all about? Since when? Have you always not had one? Or
I am not a Scrooge, but I could not care less. Honestly, I don't care at all. If I want chocolate, I'll buy chocolate from the shop.
That's not the point, though. The point is, it counts down to Christmas.
I had one as a child, and I still have it, and it's a proper wooden one that's just got all fancy stuff. No, it is. It's traditional. It's got all, one.
You need one of the tacky dairy milk ones. Yes.
I'll stick to my traditional wooden one with gingerbread men in it and other things like that. When I want.
Okay, Luke.
When I want to get that one out, I will get that one out. But I am not really fussed in terms of advent calendars as such.
Oh, this breaks my heart.
Why?
See, advent calendars are just tradition.
I hadn't asked for one in 4 years.
You don't ask for one? I don't ask for one. Wow. See, I've got one. I've got the Haribo one. And then I've also got a one that it's 7 days, not 24 days. And it's a face mask behind each door. So you get a face mask every for the 7 days before Christmas. What do you mean what?
Why?
I don't know. My mum bought me it, but
what kind of gift is that?
Face masks makes it more fun.
If you say so, fair enough. What about you, Adam?
Well, a calendar will do for me, because it makes Christmas come quicker, in my opinion. But I think I'll always get one. I mean, I'm 18 now and I'm still getting them, so... I mean, the one I've got at home, it's got unicorns on front, so...
Oh, my God.
What do you mean?
I think, not last year, the year before, it was the 1st of December and I hadn't got one, and I was in Leeds with my friends, running around oh, my God, I need an advent calendar. And they were all like, Libby, what are you doing? And then I ended up going and buying, I think it was a My Little Pony one.
Oh, my God.
From, the Tesco's in Leeds, and it was so funny.
What do you mean?
Well, what's up with My Little Pony? What's up with that?
It might have been Peppa Pig, actually. I'm not sure.
Even better.
What was I picking up child's advent calendars for?
Because I wanted the chocolate, Luke.
Then buy the chocolate from the shop.
That's not the point at all.
Literally.
It's a Christmas tradition.
Yeah, I have my tradition with my own advent calendar, which I get out when maybe 1 year I'll not, but then another year I will do.
So right, I will admit, when I was younger, we used to have this fabric, it was in the shape of a stocking, and it had the different doors, and it was a little Santa that you moved around it. And we also had this wooden chimney.
Yeah.
And you put like the sticks in it, and you pulled one out every single day, and Santa slowly moved down the chimney.
No, the one that I've got though, it's all wooden. It's got a tree that comes with it, and you put the charms that are in it on the tree. So by the end, you've got a full tree full of wooden like ornaments. So say there's Santa on it, there's a snowman in it, there's like a gingerbread man in it. There's all sorts of different stuff. And day though, if you want chocolate, buy it from shop.
You sound like a Grinch.
I am not right. You are accusing me of something that
you sound like a Grinch, but I know that you're not, because I've seen your Christmas decorations in your house, and they are next level.
No, my Christmas decorations, yes, they are. I asked for those as a child, and then eventually it just progressed more and more, and now I look at it and think, is it a bit too much? Is it not a bit too much?
See, I think they look cool, but like, yeah.
Yeah, for listener context, my house is literally like an inflatable park.
It's like, you know, when you're younger and you go to the Santa's grotto.
Yeah.
Like Luke's house is like Santa's grotto.
Literally, the front garden is full of inflatables and like light up things, same as the back garden, and then yeah, it's just like I don't know, an inflatable park.
It is kind of cool though.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, but not when you're in the buzzing of them all day, are you?
God.
Have you got any? What are your decorations like, Adam? What do you go? Do you go like big with decoration, or are you more simplistic, say tree and just some lights?
Well, I think there's a limit. I mean, we've got a cat in now, so obviously that doesn't help.
Man,
have you all got animals?
Got, like,
I know Libby's got an horse.
I have not got a horse. Leave Blue alone.
No, he's the size of a horse.
You've never seen him.
We have seen, but he's the size of a horse.
Leave my dog alone, right?
No, I have got animals. I've got 4 cats, so you know I have all these. They actually like the inflatables.
They just make a mess. I mean, they just scratch the tree and it's like it goes all over and it's like.
That's why you train your animals. My animals don't do all. They're just.
Wait, it would help if they listen.
Well, yeah, that is true. They don't really listen as such, but
My dog, right?
Horse.
So we have this Santa thing. So it used to be my grandma's that we used to have at her house, and it's like on this long string, and you hang it up, and you like hit it. And it says, like, it's like, I'm not going to say it because I'll embarrass myself, but it's like, it's not rude, it just says what Santa says. No.
Just say it. No, come on, you got to say it. You got to say it now you mentioned it, come on.
Anyway.
No.
We hung it up, and Blue was going mad for it. Like, he kept trying to, like, jump and get it down, and every time it went off, he'd like, look, and he'd be like, what's that?
Well, yeah, because he wants to have a munch on it, obviously.
And he runs into the room and he's like, he knocks the tree with his tail because he's so like lanky and clumsy.
Horse.
And we're like, Blow, he's not a horse.
He is a horse, honestly.
He's cute.
Yes, but he's still a horse, though.
Well, get your own joke. I made that up, so.
No, right. This is group jokes and that, isn't it? You wouldn't make
Everybody bullies my dog.
Well, yeah. Well, rightly so. But anyways, back into the topic. Is there any other traditions that you guys do closer to the time of the actual big day, the 25th? Is there any other tradition that you have, maybe? So you have a family tradition, maybe, or a...
We, when I was, like, this was on Christmas Day, for, like, the last, like, 4 years, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, it was a game, Pie Face.
Yeah.
Me, my mum, my dad, my sister, my grandma and my granddad used to play that every Christmas, and it is so funny. Like, if you've not played it, you need to play it. Like, it's hilarious. Like, you don't stop laughing.
Definitely. It's a game that's gone out, off the radar, to be fair, because obviously you don't really see much about it
I mean,
anymore.
there was a Pie Face one, and then there was a second one that came out where, like, you did it with somebody else. Like, there were 2 people on it, and we did that one, and it was so funny.
What actually is it?
All right, so it's like, it's a game, and you put your chin on this, like, stand, and you have a dial with like a hand on it, and somebody else spins what are they called, like a spinner, with numbers on it, and whatever number that lands on, you've got to twist the dial that many times, and the hand gets ever so closer with the cream on it, and if you're unlucky, the cream will splat you in the face.
Yes, you get slapped by a mechanical hand in the face full of like cream or whatever other substance you would like to use.
So yeah, we should play it when we like are allowed.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I don't mind a pint at face.
See, I was very unlucky when we used to play it, and I'd always get the cream in my face. Like,
it's not a bad thing though, is it?
No, it was fun. Apart from when like my granddad used to like just squirt a load of cream into his hand and rub it all in my hair.
See, that is the better version of the game. That is just the classic version.
That is just classic, like my granddad.
Especially if it's not Christmas time, that still is a classic, thing to do.
Yeah. What are your Christmas traditions, Luke?
My Christmas traditions? I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really have many, to be fair. I operate as normal. I go to my nan's on Christmas Eve usually, things like that. 23rd, yeah. I don't really have much, going up to it. I tend to not really involve myself as such until the actual main day, because it's just, I like to do things at the end of the day.
What we all getting for Christmas this year? Any ideas?
Oh, God knows.
I know you want a phone, Libby, but I don't think
I
that's
want
happening.
a phone, but that's not happening.
I can't remember what I've asked for. What have I asked for?
We discussed this, Luke, I remember. You were just asking for games.
Oh, yeah. I asked for games and like an headset, and I asked for a few other bits as well, but now I've got a job, I can probably buy a lot of stuff anyway.
Alright, don't flex that you've got a job.
Yeah, maybe answer the phone in future.
Wow, dropping me in it. Anyway, we're going to put a Christmas song on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
I've been forced. Not happy about it, but I've been forced. So yeah, let's just try and step into Christmas.